Hello drinkers, and welcome to the Whisky Ranger Reviews. Tonight's bottle of choice, Lochlea, Our Barley, Single Malt Scotch Whisky. Let's get stuck in. So I've had a couple of drinks out of this previously. It's not the first time that I'm sampling this one. I really like this. I think this is a really well made single malt. And it's a fairly new product. The distillery's only been established since 2018. And a little bit similar to the Filey Bay Yorkshire single malt that we tried a couple of videos back. It's all done on one location. They grow their own barley on their own land, that's harvested, and then they process that barley and they make it into the mash, and it goes into the still, and they make the spirit, and then the spirit goes into the barrels, all on one location. Once the barrels are finished aging, it's bottled and distributed from one location. I think that's really good. Even the bottle itself, it's a short stumpy little bottle. I don't know if you can see on there, we've got some quite unique markings on there. Now that's inspired by the tractor marks on the actual land itself, on the ground. So they've tried to replicate that, on the style of the bottle, which is a nice touch. So this particular release, they've got quite a few different releases out at the moment, but this release, the Our Barley, is bottled at 46%. It's non-chill filtered. There's no artificial colouring added to that, so that's the true colour of the whisky from the barrel, or barrels, because it's a couple of different casks that they use to age the whisky. So firstly it's an ex-bourbon barrel that the whisky's put into, and then they use an Oloroso sherry cask for more maturation, and then there's a third cask indicated on the label, STR. It's an abbreviation of shaved, toasted and recharred. So that's a process that some distilleries do to a barrel that they've bought that's previously had another spirit inside. So all barrels are usually charred on the inside before the first lot of spirit goes in there. That's where you get a lot of the characteristics of the whisky from, the flavours, and probably the majority of the colour, well, all of the colour comes from the interaction of that clear spirit with the walls of the barrel through the seasons. It works its way in and out of that wood during cold and hot temperatures. So some distilleries will buy a barrel, dismantle, shave all the char off the inside, reconstruct the barrel, and then re-toast and re-char to try and extract as much flavour as they possibly can from that barrel, really. So just adding a further flavour profile to the whisky. So this distillery, as I said, is located in Ayrshire, which is classed as a lowland single malt. For those of you that don't know, Scotland's broken up into 5 areas of whisky production. So we have Highland, Lowland, Campbelltown, Islay and Speyside. So this is located in the lowland region of Scotland. I think we should try and just get in with the nose. It's a sherry cask finish, so we're going to be picking up on the usual sherry notes, the fruit notes. So we'll get right in. So there's a lot going on in there. Initial notes on the nose, I'm getting like a straw or a hay or a cut grass, and there's orange there, a bit like an orange, more of a marmalade, like a sweet orange, and then you get the red fruits, and you get the bourbon notes as well, with the bourbon cask influence there. You're getting the caramel notes and the honey on the nose. So there's quite a lot. It's quite a lot to be thinking about there with the nose. Very good. Let's give it a taste. Yeah, that honey comes through. It's fresh. It's creamy. A bit like a custardy, creme brulee type. Rich creaminess. A little bit of citrus, more like a lemon, lime sort of citrus on the taste. And then you get the traditional dried fruit notes that you would associate with a sherry cask finish whiskey, sultanas and raisins. And then towards the end, as the finish starts, there's the orange peel again, and a little bit of cracked black pepper. The spice is there. It's got a good mouthfeel. The finish doesn't disappear straight away. It kind of lingers. We'll have a bit more. Yeah, that citrus is the predominant taste in there. Citrus peel, spice. You've got the honey and the caramel. It's really nice. It's a really crisp, clean. Not sure how old this would be. It doesn't give us an age statement on how long the whiskey would have been in the barrels for, each individual barrel, but it's got a good colour. It's a golden, almost amber colour there, so it could be a fair few years. That finish is still there. I guess there's more wood now towards the end. After a minute or so, the wood notes are coming through, a little bit nutty. So let's, as usual, try it with a drop of water and just see if we pick up any differences with the water. Worth doing this if you spend a little bit more time with it and see if you pick up any further notes on there. So it's released more of the malty sort of notes there, just adding that little drop of water. Still getting the dry fruit. Interesting. It does make it a little bit more savoury, to be honest there. I don't want to say salty, it's not salty, it's just got that little bit drier, more savoury note there. The honey seems to dissipate with that, and the orange is there, but it's slightly different. Really good. As I said at the beginning, I really like this, and I'm going to be looking out for a few more variations of the Lochlea whiskey. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like the video, subscribe if you like as well, and put some comments in the boxes below if you've got any questions or if you've got any whiskies that you want me to sample on the channel. Thanks for joining me. See you down the road.